Colts Nation, hold your horses. What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, we got another one. We have another segment of Hold Your Horses, okay? Hold your horses about your criticism of some people, Daniel Jones, okay? I'm about to explain to you why. But the first things first, I want to say shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this episode. Again, guys, Indianapolis Colts, they dominate week 1. Next week, we are underdogs. We're underdogs against the Denver Bronco team in our own building. So if you guys are thinking the Colts are going to ride this coattail and be able to figure things out and win in that regard, be sure to check out FanDuel today. Shout out to them. But listen, guys, I'm going to ask some fans here to hold your horses, okay? I saw a lot of people on social media, okay, going to social media and calling out every single person that had doubts on whether or not Daniel Jones was going to figure things out, and other people who wanted Anthony Richardson to start right away. Now, obviously, Daniel Jones had a phenomenal first game in Indianapolis. I mean, in all honesty, it couldn't have gotten much better than what Daniel Jones had done in that game. So, I mean, obviously, a lot of people are extremely excited, no doubt. And I totally understand. I'm extremely excited, okay? I will sit here and I will admit that I was one of the people that when I heard that Daniel Jones was going to be the next quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, I will admit I was nervous. I was cautiously optimistic at certain points. And I definitely was one of the guys that would have preferred to have Anthony Richardson playing from the get-go to start this season. Okay? So I will admit that, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Okay? But here's where I'm saying to hold your horses for people who are going after other people who had difficulties about Daniel Jones. Okay? We cannot let Daniel Jones's performance against the Miami Dolphins and potential future performances as well get in the way of real dialogue with this team and other fans. Okay? We cannot allow there to be a rift between Indianapolis Colts fans based on this. Okay? There has been so much division when it comes to the quarterback situation. A lot of people wanted Anthony Richardson. Some people wanted Daniel Jones. Now, a lot of people are saying it. Daniel Jones looks like a rock star. And obviously, the last couple of weeks, we've been saying it. And especially on this channel, we've been saying it. Anthony Richardson, the information that's coming out and why this decision was made, it makes sense why Daniel Jones was the starter for this year. And obviously, after week 1, we are seeing that come to fruition. I think we can take Michael Pittman's words after this game into account. That he just hopes that people use this to find a way to rally behind Daniel Jones and support him, rather than engaging in tearing another person down like Anthony Richardson, or tearing other people down for thinking that Daniel Jones was not the correct answer at quarterback. Because let's be honest, there is not a single one of you that truly believed that Daniel Jones was going to do what he did against Miami. No one actually thought that, and you're lying if you say that you did. I'm just sitting here and saying that this is a situation where we cannot allow this to be a divisive situation. Let us utilize this great performance that Daniel Jones put together, and let that unite us. Because what did this great performance give Colts fans? It gave us our first season opening win in 13 years. Guys, I was a freshman or I was a sophomore in high school the last time this team won a game on the season opener. That's how long it's been. And I'm almost 30. So, that in and of itself should be applause for celebration. But not only that, that performance allowed for the Indianapolis Colts to win in one of the biggest moments in this franchise's history. It was a day of remembrance, a day of solitude, a day of trying to bring happiness in a sad situation for the Irsay family, the Colts community, and the Colts organization. Because of the whole point was win for Jim. Win for Jim. This was how this game was brought into it, and how this whole season is going to be playing out. How the Colts play is to win for Jim. And the Colts did that in the best way possible today, and brought so much happiness to not only the Irsay family, but to other players, to past players, to Colts fans around the world that care so much about what Jim Irsay did and what that organization meant to him. So that's another one of those things. Don't allow what happened here today let you spew hatred or anger or resentment towards people that had a differing opinion than you. Okay? Because I will sit here right now and I'll eat my crow on this. I was wrong. I was wrong on Daniel Jones, at least for this week. And that brings me to my one other point here. Guys, it's only week 1. It's week 1. Daniel Jones played a fantastic game. That's great. Now remember, there was one or two games last year for the Giants that he played before he ended up getting benched. And he actually played well. He had a couple of good games still. Now, again, we have to remember, it is week 1. There is still 16 games left for this team to play. How will Daniel Jones look next week against the Denver Broncos? How will he look week 9 against the Atlanta Falcons? How will he look at the end of the year when he's facing divisional opponents? I don't know how he's going to look. And nobody knows right now. It's great to see him doing what he did in week 1 because it showed he has the capabilities to do so. But don't start going after people and insinuating that everyone was wrong about Daniel Jones just based off of 1 week. Let's wait until the season gets deeper. Let's wait until we see more evidence that Daniel Jones really has figured it out, and Daniel Jones really just needed a better overall team around him to succeed. Because 1 week is 1 week. It's deceptive. It is not enough evidence to suggest that Daniel Jones has it all figured out. Again, I am super excited that Daniel Jones figured it out this week and the way that he did. and that the Colts figured it out the way that they did. I can't be happier as a Colts fan. But I'm still not going to sit here and say definitively that I know the Colts and Daniel Jones haven't figured out. You played one game. You didn't play the toughest team on your schedule yet. You certainly, and I mean, you beat the brakes off of this Miami team, and that's a great start. It's not the best team you're going to face, and it's week 1. You can either only get better from here or you can get worse from here. We're going to find out. But hold your horses on trying to pass off judgment on certain people on how they feel about this situation. This quarterback decision was a big decision. It was a lot of moving parts, and it's a lot of emotion. Let's figure it out. Let's watch Daniel Jones win some more games or potentially lose some more games before we say whether or not the Indianapolis Colts have figured it out with Daniel Jones. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Again, shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring this video. But let me know your guys' thoughts on Daniel Jones and whether or not you are going to be one of those people that are going to go after every person that was mad about Daniel Jones before, including myself at first. Or are you going to be one of those people that are going to be cautiously optimistic still and wait a little bit longer to make sure that things are going in the right direction? What are your thoughts on this? But thank you guys again so much. Hold your horses. And as always, guys, go Colts.